Hello everyone, welcome to another 747 update for Copilot CRM. In these update videos, we walk through all of the new features that we released this week in Copilot. So let's hop straight in. There's quite a long list of features to go over today, a lot of little small improvements, nothing truly groundbreaking, but still really nice updates that we've made to the software. So I'm hopping in with the first one. This one is pretty big, and that is we added the ability to bulk charge cards on file and ACH on file from the invoices page. So now on the invoice page, you can use the selections in the list. You can either select multiple, you can actually shift select two, or you can select all. And now you can charge those invoices with a credit card or ACH on file. This will charge a card and mark the invoice as paid. If there is no, if you select it all in the list and for some reason that customer doesn't have a card on file or ACH, yet you still click this, it'll just leave that invoice marked as not paid. So no needing to verify and worry about marking an invoice as paid, even though they didn't have a card or ACH on file. So now you can go through your list. You can go up here to filter by outstanding invoices, select all and hit charge cards, and just keep going until you have no more invoices to charge. So that's a great update. Next thing is for sequence automations. Our sequence automations are still in beta. If you haven't checked them out, they're pretty cool. They add quite a bit of functionality to automations. But we made a huge update to sequence automations this week by taking all of our legacy automation triggers and putting them into sequence automations. So we have our normal automation page here, and all of those triggers now are available in sequence automations. This was a huge project because sequence automations run on a totally different architecture from the legacy automations. We had to basically rebuild from scratch every single trigger. So that is a really nice and welcome addition to sequence automations. I'm excited to see what some of you start to build now that these are in place. All right, next is on a customer page. Let me pull up a customer here using our search bar. On the jobs module, under the recurring tab, you can now cancel and restart recurring jobs straight from here. So for instance, if you're on a call with a customer and they told you they wanted to cancel their service or restart the service, before you'd have to go open the recurring jobs page under schedule, find the visit or the recurring series, and then either cancel it or restart it. Now you can just have their profile open and you can cancel straight from here. Click yes. And you can also restart the series from here as well. Very nice. Another update was for the jobs module as well. And you'll notice when it's a recurring series, we now show the next visit date here too. So at a quick glance, you can tell when the next time you'll be going to this property for that recurring series. We also still have the full range of dates underneath of that as well, and if there's times. So, but now you can quickly see when the next time you'll be going to someone's property is. Next thing is on the property page. I'll just go ahead and open Peggy's property here. And that is, we added this checkbox here on the property timeline to show completed visits. So this is only showing future or open visits, but if you turn this on now, you can quickly see completed visits also. As you can see, all these are completed, and then you can hide them if you don't want to see them as well. Another improvement to this as well is now you can click visits in this list and it'll open to the same visit pop-up that happens when you click a visit on the schedule. So you can get information about the visit. And we also made a few improvements in this pop-up as well. For instance, this week we added showing start times. So if your visit is scheduled at a certain time, it'll show start time and end time now in the property. It does this on mobile too. And also, if you complete a visit, and then let me show completed visits here. If you complete a visit, you can now edit that visit after completed. So I can open this visit up, and if I need to make any changes, I can do that now. This also works on skipped visits. So before you couldn't edit skipped visits either. And now you can skip a visit and then edit it without having to reopen it and skip it again if you need to make changes. So very nice update. Next thing we added some improvements to is the marketplace. So our marketplace went into beta last week, and we are continuing to add things to it. When it was released last week, the only things you can put in the marketplace were automations, email templates, and text templates. So you can still do all three of those, but now you can also put in marketplace bundled custom fields, email links, visit forms, tags, and items and services. So you can really have a complete package for to put up on the marketplace for anyone to download. So that is pretty awesome. Another thing I want to mention really quick too is we have put all of our system default automations, email templates, and text templates in the marketplace now. As you can see, system default text, system default emails, and system default automations. That way you can actually go in here and download our default ones. And you might be saying, why would I need to do that if I already have them? And that's because we have also enabled you guys to now delete system automations and templates from your account if you don't use them. So before we weren't allowing anyone to delete them, and you had a really long list of things, and if you don't use them, then they just are stuck there. Now you can delete all three types of these if you don't use them in your account, and if you deleted them and you actually want them back, you can just go into the marketplace and re-download them. So very nice. Next thing is on the calendar. On grid views, we added a tracked time column. Go over to the schedule and go to any of the grid views. And as you can see, there's now a tracked time column, and this will show time tracked on a visit by using the visit clock. Let's see, these are all closed. I'll go ahead and filter by open, and then let's open this visit. So you can track time on a visit right here, and this will show in this column the track time. The reason why this is really nice is actually has to do with the next column over too, which is budgeted hours. So now you can quickly identify on visits where the tracked, or how the track time, I guess, compares to the budgeted hours. So then you can see if you need, if you're overestimating or underestimating time, and make changes accordingly. Or you can just keep track of how efficient your employees are that way. So really nice to be able to compare these two. And the last update we did is on the dispatch board on the routes page. And that is, we added the ability to text and email customers straight from the routes page with this send by button here, email or text. So now you can easily communicate with everyone on your schedule for the day without having to go through a series of filtering or trying to find your correct customers. Now straight from the dispatch board, I don't know, let's say you're a landscape company and it's raining, so you have to cancel everyone today. Before you move their visits, you can just select all, do email, and then you can send out your cancellation emails straight from the dispatch board. You can also do this by text from this page as well. And it follows your selection. So maybe there's only 10 people today that you need to text. You can go ahead and do it that way as well. So really nice way to communicate with your customers through the dispatch board. All right, that is all the updates we made to Copilot this week. Hope you guys enjoy, and I will see you guys next week.